So the thing is, we're not just a team, we're more of like a family. You walk into the locker room and hear different accents, but somehow we all speak the same language on the field.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Community Podcast. This is your host, Sergio Arenas. Today's episode is all about community. Not just any community, but the unique, multicultural brotherhood found within the HLEU men's soccer team. We're recording from our campus podcast studio, and joining us is Blake Hall. A student athlete, one of the captains of the team, who's not only a key player on the team, but also a witness to one of the most diverse communities on campus. From early morning workouts to weekend matches, from language barriers to shared victories, we'll explore how soccer brings together players from all over the world and creates a bond that goes way beyond the game. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Okay, Blake, so first, how would you describe the sense of community within the HLU soccer team?
So the thing is, we're not just a team, we're more of like a family. You walk into the locker room and hear different accents, but somehow we all speak the same language on the field. And I would say even starting here as a freshman and coming here throughout the years, I've been able to experience the different cultures and be able to adapt to it. And I think I would just be able to, this isn't something I would be able to experience, like just being able to like go to any other school or not going to school at all and not playing soccer. I have friends that go here as well that don't play on the soccer team, and like it's like a completely eye-opening experience for me, I think.
Got it. Then, can you share a moment where you felt like the team truly came together, regardless of the backgrounds, nationalities? Like, it just doesn't matter where you come from. Like, we're just in it together.
I would say I can think of many different games where especially away games where we won, and in specific, we had a home game, and our assistant coach Pepe was our coach because our head coach Lucas couldn't be here. And we came back in the locker room, and I think it had been kind of a stint where we hadn't won many games recently, or we weren't really in form. And then this game kind of we looked in form, and we came back, and there was a lot of the vibes were high, music was playing, we scored a lot of goals that day, shirts were off, people were dancing, singing. I feel like that was a big day for us, and I feel like just as a team we were like a family. And then we got to eat together in the caf as well. And everyone was talking about the game, talking about their highlights, their personal highlights, and we just had a good day after that as well.
That was good. That was CBC, right?
I think so, yes.
I think CBC, we won 3-0, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. What do you think makes the soccer team stand out in terms of community compared to other groups or other communities that we got around campus?
Well, of course, in the sports genre, I feel our team, of course, we have the most diverse group, of course, and then as well we have the biggest team on campus. And so say for instance you're anywhere on campus, you're most likely going to see some sort of soccer player there or someone who's associated with the soccer program, because there's so many of us, there's so many personalities, all of us have different interests, and I think that what makes us different is we're always we take up a whole table in the cafeteria. We are all, we're going to be louder, we're going to be laughing, we're going to be talking. I feel this might be biased, but I feel we have the most fun, and I think we are always laughing. We always have some sort of inside joke or something going on within campus. So yeah.
I agree with you there. I think we're a team, especially your culture is just laughing around, making jokes around,
Yeah.
Are there any specific traditions or inside jokes that you were just talking about that have helped build strong bonds among the teammates? Let's say, I don't know, we all know that we have some little groups on the team. Is there any inside joke that you got with your friends going on?
Inside jokes. I would say there's a lot of nicknames, honestly. Instead of Luis, there's Lucho. I'm trying to think. Since we have two guys named Guilherme, there's Gava, and then there's Guy. There's Carnero, and then there's Emerick, since there's both Joaos. And then I think traditions is we have I feel it's kind of like an icebreaker tradition for freshmen and new people, is when our first away game or one of the longer away games, we make them choose a song and they have to sing and dance, and the seniors have to approve of it. And I think that does a really good job of bringing the freshmen and the new people into the team, is so they can express what music they like, and then also they have to sing and dance it's by themselves in front of everybody. And so I think that's a good way of having people like get to know each other and get like kind of go out of their shell as well.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. We did it this year against, was it San Mary?
It was a longer drive. I remember
You were
on the
like
way back.
3 hours, 4 hours,
Yeah.
something like that.
And the
I
bus
know-
broke down.
Yeah, all the way here, we were just singing and dancing, all the
Yeah.
freshmen. That was good.
Hmm.
How do you and your international teammates learn from each other on and off the field?
So I've kind of noticed throughout being here is there's always, especially like my past 3 years, there's always going to be the Spanish guys because like they all speak Spanish. The Brazilian guys, they all speak Portuguese, or people from Portugal as well. And then just kind of like the Europeans and Americans. And I feel like I kind of get like a little bit of taste from each different area. Like we've had many car rides where it's been me, you, and like say Santi or Kako, and like I've learned a little bit of Spanish. You guys have been teaching me, and like I feel like we get to go into each other's worlds of like what music do you like, what's it like back home, like what's like we don't get to experience the months of like May through August together really, or May through June or July, and so we kind of get to talk about like all right, what's that like, and for I think some of you guys in South America, it's winter when you guys go back home, and for me, it's summer, like whenever during those months. And so we kind of just get to hear about what it's like in those like times in those months. And then like say with the Brazilian guys, like we get like I know personally I got to have it was like some sort of stroganoff with Tiago and Gava, and that was like it was crazy good. It was super good, and I hope they can make that in the future for the team because man, that's some of the best food I've had. It's crazy good.
Great. Is there any like specific culture that you like the most?
Culture that I like the most. I've been around it the longest, so I think it's the Spanish guys. Like I really like the music. I really like the Spanish music. It's really upbeat, and like you guys are always dancing. You guys are always having a good time, but I mean, Brazilian food has been really good, and I'm a big food guy. So I think it's kind of tied. So I don't really know.
Okay, great. Love that. I think we all can agree, being here with you, that you're a leader on and off the field. So can you talk about like just a bit how is that role for you, like off the field, let's say academic or emotional or spiritual within the team?
Yeah. So for me, it's like I would say I've not only been in America the longest, of course, but I've also been at the school the longest. And so kind of like something it's kind of like a role I take upon myself is whenever someone first comes here is I try to show them like, okay, this is where you get your food. This is like your classes. Like what's your major? Okay, your major classes, like they're going to be in this building. Like I'm also a student ambassador here as well. So I kind of have that second nature. And so like spiritually as well is like you don't really get to see like that as much on the field because we're always talking about like our athletic careers. And so it's nice to get to have those conversations because each of us are in different parts of our walks with God. And so we would like to have those talks every once in a while off the field. Like I get to have it a lot in the building that I have where I live with some of the Canadian and Brazilian guys. And so, yeah, it's always nice to have those conversations. Yeah.
Great. And like you being that leader, is there any player that is right now on the team that you think struggle a lot and you were able to help him?
I would say someone I got to come out of their shell a lot was Asel, who's one of the Canadian guys. And so, of course, like being American, Canadian, that's language-wise, it's pretty similar. And so, like, he's one of my closer friends on the team. And, he came here as a transfer, and he is also a junior as well as I am. And so he came, and he's a pretty quiet dude normally. And so I got to, kind of get him out of his shell by taking him to the gym, having him be more confident in himself. And we got to have those deep conversations and talks where he got to, get to know each other, and we get to have our inside jokes and talks where we get to become closer, and then he gets to be able to open up to other people on the team as well.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's also pretty good for you, pretty cool that like you see us grow.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of
For sure,
fresh
yeah.
ones now coming sophomores now becoming juniors
Yeah.
that you met since we just arrived. We were
Yeah.
just like maybe shy or
Yeah.
struggle a little bit
Yeah.
with like all the barrier thing, and now you just see us grow. I think
Mhm.
that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, and it's nice to see like some guys like even their English has gotten better all being here. Like 2 people I can think of is Tiago, who's Brazilian, and Henry. Henry's English like has grown tremendously while he's been here. And so I think that has also come from like just being in classes, hearing it 24/7. I think it's pretty cool to see these guys like be able to, and it kind of helps you be closer to them as well, is because like they're learning more of your language, and like I don't know y'all's language, so yeah, it makes it a lot cooler.
Love that, love that. Has being a part of this team shaped your overall experience here in HLGU?
For sure, yes. Like I said earlier, is like I have like my roommates, they're from back home, and they don't get to like be with like people from different cultures 24/7 like I do. And so I think it's really made my experience better. And so I think for me, like I just get to see all these different ways of life and like how you guys grew up, and it kind of helps me see life differently, and I get to see where like okay, like I could add that part to my life, and I could get to see like okay, for instance like music. I get to see like nice, like I really like that music, I'm gonna add that to my playlist, or different types of food, or like seeing y'all's slang, or like what you guys say, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna add that to my vocabulary. Like that's pretty cool, that sounds sick.
Great, yeah. That's very good. That's pretty good that you're learning those things. What's one cultural thing that you picked up from an international teammate that you never thought like you were experienced, or that you never expected to get that from them?
Like I said, different types of slang, different types of music. Like the pregame music, I never really thought I'd be super into Spanish music because I don't really understand it. But now, like being around you guys, I can understand it, not really speak it. It's like I start to understand music a lot more. And otherwise, I mean, on the field a lot, I've started to see like different types of play styles, different types of ways to move with the ball, and so that honestly has helped with my game of soccer, and so it helps me on the field as well. I would say also the family, like you guys are very, especially South Americans, you guys are very united with your families, and like you guys care for your families a lot, and so I think that really opened me up to get to see like okay, I think I should call my mom today. Like these guys are calling their moms every single day, and like I get to see like okay, like these guys really care for their families. Like that's how I want to be with my family one day, and that's how I should be with my family now.
Great. Love that. Love hearing that. And finally, what do you hope this community continues to be for future players at HLEU?
Well, of course, I hope, because recently we've been sort of a rebuilding program the last 2 years. I hope that they continue to win. I hope that they can bring home some trophies and things and continue to become a bigger program. And but yeah, I really hope that the family that we have built the recent years continues and the traditions continue, because like I was the only freshman my freshman year, and so being able to continue that tradition, because a lot of people left after my freshman year, and nobody really knew about that tradition until like I was able to say like, hey, we have this tradition that we did my freshman year, like we should keep on doing it. And so I hope we get to continue those traditions and those sayings like we have, like we don't lose at home, like we should continue to have those. And so yeah, I hope that it can kind of just be like we create a footprint and they continue to keep going off that.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Big thanks to Blake Hall for joining us and giving us a real look into what makes the HLEU soccer team more than just a sports program. It's a global community, a brotherhood, and a second home. If you're someone looking for connection, support, and a place to grow both on and off the field, this team might be just your next family. Thanks for listening to the Community Podcast. This is your host, Sergio Arenas. Share this episode with a friend, and we'll see you next time with more powerful stories from our campus community. Go Trojans!